It's the 5th of September 2018 at 3 p.m. I've watched another one of these. I think it's a government sponsored thing. It was about, this one was an animation. It was about it was aimed at people just like me. And they're really people who mgtow, who are isolating themselves from society wherever they can. Sitting at their computer and what have you. And I'll see if I can find it and put a link in the description, but I don't know. It was a classic. It was just telling you, how great way to make yourself unhappy. Live in isolation, don't have anything to do with people, think everybody's stupid, and just be by yourself. And I was watching it. I turned it off in the end. I couldn't stand it. I thought, this is just, really. I'm actually getting happier than I've ever been. And this guy's telling me that, oh no, it's just, and the best bit, the bit where I switched it off, that he set this scene as a big bench, like a big, park bench type of thing, and there's a group of 5 people down one end, and he's up by himself up the other end, and he's talking about that, and he's moved down and just complain, just complain about everything, just join in, just complain. And I thought, I don't complain about anything. It's a jerk off, sit around and whinge about what? What women have done to us for? So I can get clobbered again. And I thought, this is just absolute. This has got to be coming from the government. Now, who on earth is going to spend that much time and effort to do an animation like that? There's just no point. So I looked. I thought, no, this is definitely coming. This must be. This is sort of, they're not actually coming right out and saying it, but I think they're starting to really worry and want us to move back in. Now, I'll tell you that for a reason. Just forget about our way of life. Think of a village. Think of a village in a faraway land at a faraway time, okay? Now, that's a pretty happy little village, all the villagers go fishing, all the men go fishing, the women, prepare food, the men build houses, the women tend the children and that sort of thing, and everybody, sort of works together in harmony and sort of works together in a cohesive whole. And then as time goes on, and then suddenly this group of women get a hold of and they start bossing the men around, telling them they're not doing this right, not doing that right. And eventually it just goes worse and worse and worse and worse until, then those women turn men against other, certain groups of men against other groups of men. And, the men start thinking, oh, forget it. I'm just going to go and sit in the hut, and talk to other like-minded guys on my computer. Not that they'd have a computer in the village, I know that, but just fill in the gaps a little bit. And, and then I thought, and then you're sitting in, the guy's there in his little bamboo hut tapping away on his computer, and he reads about, there was a demonstration down in one of the other villages, or down the other end of his village, where, a group of guys said, no, we've had enough, we deserve better rights than this. And the women just, no. And the whole society said, no, they said nothing, didn't support the men at all. And the guy in the hut says, well, fair enough, okay. So looking at it, we don't have any rights. Our society doesn't support us. I mean, it's clear, it's obvious. It's it's on TV and what have you. Yep, they're actually saying no. Men have no rights. That's pretty clear. That's what men are marching for. Men's rights. And no, it's being shot down in flames. So what they're really saying is men have no rights. And so when you get to thinking about, so then you watch sort of this animation like, join in and know that you've got no rights, and you think, I'm going to do that. Sure I will. You complain about the fact I've got no rights. Oh, you poor thing. Go and do this for me. Go and do that for me. And you look and you think, Wally World, you've got to be joking, haven't you? Are you serious? And then I got to thinking about it last night. I thought, okay, what I do is I take a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of everything, and just try and put it together. Okay? There's all sorts of disparate ideas just come out of the blue, and I just sort of, it's like making a pie or something, or a cake, a bit of this, a bit of that, and you bake a cake. So last night I kept thinking about, mgtow keeps saying, don't trust women. You know, they're just going to rip you off. You know, take your money and that sort of thing. You know, yeah. Look, you're right. You know, so this is why I run ideas past you. It's not, I'm not sort of saying this is the way to go. I'm running it past you, so you'll actually say, no, you got that wrong. Okay, it's me putting my hand up and saying, no, I think I'm going to do this. And you go, no. And it makes me think, oh, okay, damn it. I've got to try harder. I've got to come up with a better idea. Because I'm not going to sit in that hut all my life, for the rest of my life, you know, tapping away, you know, just, you know, I want to get out. And I'm thinking, we need a new deal. No. Forget we. I want a new deal. And I started thinking about it, and I'm thinking, yeah, okay, yes, it sounds good living in the hut all by yourself, you know, playing your computer games or whatever. Or working, you know, 24/7, yeah, that might be good for you, but no, I actually want to, you know, get back into village life a little bit. Yeah, a better village life. And that got me to thinking, I think it could be better. Why don't I start thinking about what I really like? Huh? Why don't I start thinking about what would be good, rather than what society, what this guy that tells me, oh, I go down and, you know, sit at the other end of the table with everybody else and complain. And I looked at it and thought, well, that doesn't sound too good to me. I've got no interest in it. So I thought, what would I be interested in? I thought, oh, jeez, you know, what's this new deal? Who else? And then you start to think in terms of tribal. You know, don't think in modern society. Think you're living in a tribe. Think you're stuck away in a bamboo hut in a tribe. And then your mind can't help it but goes to other people that you sort of relate to as being tribal. You know, Asian women living on an island, Philippines or Thailand or something like that. And you start thinking, Well, I've started thinking, And I've been thinking, now, look, just hold fire for a little bit, but I've been thinking sisters, okay? Why not? Not that I do anything with them. No, just living with them. Yeah, I've run into a couple of sets that have said, well, we'd like to live with her. We. Not me, we. Oh, okay. So I got to thinking, get ripped off by two women, not one. I know how the mgtow think now, so, you've got a point. You've got a point. And I thought, if I had one woman come here, because it's pretty hard to get them into Australia these days. But the only way you can do it is to employ them. And let's face it, most of them don't have a lot of skills. And I don't have anything to offer them anyway, but, for work, apart from being a housekeeper, and you need to pay a housekeeper here in Australia, regardless of creed or colour, $55,000 a year, I think it is. And I thought, oh yeah, right, I'm going to do that. Plus, I think, alternative, you've got to pay, something like $50,000 just to get them to come. And I thought, for $55,000, I can buy a house and have two housekeepers in the Philippines. Whereas in Australia, I get to, employ one. And look, let's face it, I'd probably end up doing most of the housework anyway. I thought, why not housekeepers? Why marriage? Why don't I just take on housekeepers? I'm older, I don't need, sex or anything else like that, but I like being around. I like, just sort of, but I don't, look, I agree entirely with what mgtow said, but what if I had a housekeeper? Or two? Maybe even three. And that sort of brought me to thinking, maybe look at relationships a little bit differently. Before I go on, I was talking to Cave Creature yesterday, and he was saying, women are hypergamous, men aren't. And he stopped me in my tracks, because this is one of these things I put together and think about. Maybe you're right. Maybe we're not hypergamous. But I started thinking about people. But I started to think about situations. I think, Jesus, here I am, and in the tribe, in a bamboo hut with the door locked, tapping away to all my friends in other villages. Maybe I could be can you be hypergamous about situations? Because I am. Because I'm looking at this situation and thinking it sucks. I mean, what's here? Why would I want to go out there, and get some bloody Australian woman that's going to do nothing but, rip strips off me and put me right down, put me back to where I was? stuff that. So it made me think about relationships, and I thought, well, you know, if I can't find this couple of sisters to do, I'll find another couple. If they don't work out, I'll get rid of them and get another couple. I don't really care. You know, it's the idea. It's yeah, I could see myself. And someone else, I can't remember who it was saying, yeah, I think this is all going to turn around. You know, men are going to become what feminists accuse them of. And I damn well agree with him. Because I'm already starting to think that way. It's like, well, if you don't like the deal I'm offering you, piss off. There's, you know, 50 million other women here that'll take it. I don't care. And so, you know, and I got to thinking, look, this makes more sense to me, and it's making me work harder and think harder and try harder. And I mean, you know, like everybody says, oh, just live in your hut by yourself. I'm like, what for? I'm going to die. I've got nothing to live for. No, I don't want that. No, so I'm juggling the two things. You know, do I do this or do I do that? No, it's stuff for relationship. Yeah, housekeepers. What's wrong with that? Look, any of you guys that are living in the Philippines, you can tell me, you know, is it against the law to employ? I've seen videos where they say, yeah, the housekeeper. Usually, the girlfriend or the wife's not too happy about the housekeeper living in there. So I thought, no, don't have that, the girlfriend or the wife. Just have the housekeeper. You know, if it doesn't work out between, you know, if she lives there, she's a living housekeeper. Go on a picnic together. Go out to dinner together. She'll probably be bossing me around, telling me, you know, she wants this, that. What's wrong with that? But she's a housekeeper. I'm paying her. You know, I don't know what it is. $50 a month, is it? And if she doesn't like it, go. I'll get someone else. It's just one after the next. You know, and then I've become, what I would do is, you know, become a digital nomad, what they call a digital nomad. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's people who do YouTube thing, you know, or sell stuff online. You can go anywhere, live anywhere. Yeah, so I start off, I buy a small house in the Philippines. Cost me about 25,000 Aussie, what's that, 17 or 18,000 US. Just a small one. Yeah, about, maybe twice as big as what I'm living in at the moment. It's just, you know, huge. Plenty of room. God, you don't need why do you need this huge 4-bedroom house? What for? You know, and that for, you know, like for 25 grand. So I lived there for a while, and I think you have to want to move up, get bigger. I mean, it's just, it's like AB be living in something half the size of this, and there's 3 of them. You know, so something twice is, you know, 20 grand or whatever it is, nothing. It just doesn't have to be this huge thing. I mean, you can go and live on the Paroc. You know, if you can buy a place there for 6,000 or 7,000, it's pretty, you know, bare basics. But I mean, why bother? The idea for me is to, you know, to get a business going. But first I need some sort of incentive, and that's what I've been lacking. And the more I talk to mgtow, you're all saying, no, we don't need this, you don't need it. And I'm thinking, well, what am I working for? It's hard. Younger ones don't understand, but as you get older, it's just, actually, I heard something last night that might explain it. But they've conducted studies that say that longevity is a result of meaningful connections. So, you know, study after study has proven that. Yeah, the more meaningful your connections, the longer you live, the more. And I can see it. I can see people here. They've got tombstones in their eyes. They've got no connection to anything, no hope for the future. And you know, look, I wouldn't mind housemates. You know, I like a clean house. It'd be good setting up all my lights, and, you know, wouldn't it be great? And I can go and have a cup of coffee outside while she's, you know, doing the vids and stuff, you know. It gives me the shits, all this encoding. Because you get halfway through it and then you realise the lip syncs out, and it's boring work. But I mean, you know, if I can get that done for $5 a day, I'm going to do it. I mean, why do I want to do it? I mean, why do they want to go and live on a farm, have some shit job somewhere? Yeah, so it's sort of like why do I actually need the wife? Why not get what used to happen? Yeah, they cook for you, wash for you, clean for you, you know, do all this. What's wrong with that? They don't. A lot of these women just not interested in careers. They don't give a shit. They just want to eat and drink and go shopping, basically. So you can go there and spoil them a little bit, and not spend much, and get what you want and what they want. And just keep convincing them, this is what you want, this is good for you. No, don't listen to the feminists. It's a load of shit. We've already been there. But when I compare it to what we've got in Australia, what do I want it for? Seriously, Tell me, what do I want out there? You know, when I think, you know, of a Western woman, I think, oh, yuck. Yeah. And any number of them will tell me, oh, you know, why don't you just find somebody your own age? And I go, really? Yeah. You're joking. A dragon? You want me to hang with a dragon? I've spoken to her. I feel, ugh. And they're just witches. Sorry. The ones I've met. They keep saying, oh, no, I'm a good one. Yeah, sure. So, no, look, I reckon, seriously, bad luck, they've brought this on themselves, because guys like me are going to start finding answers and solutions to problems, and we're going to broadcast it all over the world. And you guys are going to start thinking, geez, I'll tell you what, that sounds okay. Look, you might not like the idea of sisters. You might not like the idea, you might like doing your own housekeeping. And you might like buying a house for $300,000 or $400,000, $500,000 as opposed to $20,000. But if you know, on the other hand, you could start thinking, geez, I tell you what. And there's more and more expats there, so you wouldn't have any problem finding somebody, you know, a white guy to socialise with. Have a beer, yeah, let's have a beer. And the women are all chatting, you talk to them, and you know, look, as opposed to sitting here and listening to the argument, the neighbours scream at one another and get pestered by magpies, you know, feed me, feed me, feed me. So I don't know, look, it's just an idea I'm throwing around at the moment, but yeah, I reckon this is going to backfire big time on feminists and on the society that's doing it to us. Think of put yourself in the mind of a village, in a native village. See yourself in the bamboo hut, you know, tapped away. You've been screwed over, and you're looking out, and you'll start thinking about other natives or villages, and you'll start thinking that way. It's a good way to think. It clears your thinking right up. It gets rid of all the fog and everything, makes you very direct, and you start thinking, no, this is what I want. Now, look, you might not want what I want, but you'll start thinking about what you want and what will work for you. Yep, there could be hypergamy in men, and it could be about the situation, not about the people. Anyway, it's been good talking to you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.